Visit Sailrite.com for all your project supplies, tools, and instructions.
Hi, I'm Eric Grant from Sailrite. The intention of this short video is to demonstrate the HandyPress and its ability to work with the W-1 dies by CS Osborne. The W-1 hand press takes a variety of dies for different tasks, and they're also all different sizes, but the HandyPress handles them beautifully. In this video, we're going to show only one die, and that is the die that sets upholstery buttons and also does Dura Snaps, at least the number 30 size does. So just know that all the dies work in a similar way. Let's get started.
Before we get started, you need to know that the HandyPress may just be the best hand press ever made. Besides the fact that it takes almost any brand die set made for any brand hand press, it has some major advantages that other hand presses don't even come close to matching. I highly recommend you watch the demo video showing the amazing features of the HandyPress. To see it, click the link in the description or in the upper right hand corner of this video. To demonstrate the W-1 hand press dies, we're going to be making upholstery buttons and Dura Snaps. Onto the HandyPress, slide the workbench. Then place the cutting board on top. It fits behind the fence. It can be tightened here on the side with a thumb screw. A round piece of fabric is cut with a hole cutter. To use that hole cutter, unthread the upper press plate that comes with the HandyPress on the side of the machine. That's the storage location for it. Thread the upper press plate onto the bottom of the vertical shaft. Next, we need to set the length of the vertical shaft. To do this, place the cutter underneath on top of the cutting pad and lower the lever until it comes in contact with the die. What you want is that lever to be level or horizontal or slightly downward for the sweet compression that you need to punch holes beautifully. So we need to continue to raise that shaft until the lever is horizontal or slightly downward. This is perfect. When cutting rather large holes, it's a good idea to put scrap cardboard on top of the cutting board, then your fabric assembly. Now we're only going to be punching through one layer of fabric, but if you'd like to double it up or triple it up or sometimes even more, you can fold it several times to punch multiple holes at one squeeze of the lever. There we go. Our disc that we need is in the inside of this, so just push your finger through it or a tool, and there you go. There's a perfect round circle. Now you can position it wherever you'd like to cut your next circle and repeat the procedures over and over again until you have the appropriate amount for your upholstered buttons or your Dura Snaps. It is not necessary to push out the disc or the scrap cardboard on the inside. You could use it multiple times, then push the excess through and grab your discs for the next operation. To make an upholstery button, we'll grab the bottom die. Notice it doesn't fit in the base, but the HandyPress comes with adapters for special tools like this. So we'll simply grab the larger of the two adapters on the left side of the tool and place it in the base to install that bottom die. Once in place, tighten down the thumb screw. This W-1 die utilizes the upper press plate that's included with the HandyPress tool. To accommodate different size dies and different brands, the vertical shaft can be raised or lowered. Here we're rolling it to raise the upper shaft because what we want that lever to be horizontal or slightly downwards as it comes in contact with the die. And the springs on the lower die should be compressed when that lever is level or slightly downward. It's now time to make an upholstered button. Remove the upper die. We'll take our disc of fabric. This is a rather heavy upholstered fabric and place it over top of the disc so the outside surface or the correct side is facing down. Then we're going to take our button that's available through Sailrite and place it in the center of this die. Be sure the die is off the table because the bottom portion of the die needs to come out the bottom. Insert the wooden dowel over top of the button and press down firmly. The fabric should sink down into the die with that button. This is a rather thick upholstered piece of fabric, so it takes a lot of pressure. Be sure the die is not on the table so the bottom can come out. There, that's how it should be installed. It should look just like that. Next, we'll take the back side of the button with the eye installed on it and place the eye down into the bottom die. Make sure it's firmly seated at the bottom, and then place the upper die with the loaded button inside of it, and then depress the lever until it goes level or slightly downwards, and your upholstered button is complete. Fine-tuning of the die can be done by raising or lowering the upper shaft if required. Let's take that button out. Sometimes it's a good idea to just tap it on the end and the button will come out. And it looks gorgeous. You can use the number 30 die to make a Dura Snap. Be sure to insert the plastic ring so the larger side is up and the smaller side is down. It is also extremely important to press down on that plastic ring to make sure it's seated all the way at the bottom. Then we load the upper die with our fabric and our button installed in the same way we did with the upholstered button. Depress the lever, and now you have a Dura Snap. A Dura Snap will snap on to a snap stud, typically a snap stud with a screw, so that you can use screws and get a finished upholstered look by snapping this on to the top of the stud. This is just one example of the W-1 hand press dies working in the HandyPress. The HandyPress will also work with multiple other brands and types of dies. We hope this video has been helpful. Check out our website to find out what other types and brands of dies will work with the HandyPress.